This is indeed very laughable. Is it making any sense to anybody? Oh yes, does it make any sense to you?
Sir Uti, why is it that we receive in council countless complaints against you every week?
Are you serious? Okay, who are these people that are bringing all these complaints?
Uti, this is not a laughing matter. It is as serious as it gets. People are becoming wary of you. And that is not the best way to live in a kingdom such as ours.
Well, listen to me. I don't owe you or anybody apologies for how I live my life, for how I run my business. I am a businessman, and I understand that the only way a businessman will remain in business is to safeguard his money. Once you lose your money, you are gone. It is unfortunate. We live in a kingdom where practically everybody is poor. And this man who has money and who has been helping people, people will always not show gratitude. They will always come and be talking nonsense to the king. But they forget that I am not that kind of businessman who will go into business without a proper agreement that is signed and sealed. Now, why should anybody hold me responsible for people's inability to live in line with the spirit of the agreement?
But Saruti, do you give them time to pay back what they owe you?
Of course, I give them time. But why are you the one asking me this question? Men like you that their wives are fending for them should not. They don't understand the importance of business agreements.
Saruti, that is an insult to my personality.
You shut up there. What are you saying? I am around here. Now, let me tell you something. What I do in this town is to oversee projects of our brothers and our sisters who live abroad and other people who live in other cities. They rely on me to take care of things for them here. And I need money to do all these things. Now, if these people that owe me, people that refuse to pay what they collected from me, if I continue to leave them, how will I have money to take care of these businesses? How? What they are doing to me is very unfair.
Does this feel fair?
And is anybody sitting down here who will tell me that it is fair?
No, not at all. And it's not as if you just go out of your way to acquire people's properties and then just take it just like that outrightly. No, not at all. It doesn't do it.
And because of the way you are talking, won't good for you.
Thank you, sir.
Now let me just break it down. I took that wretched woman's land because her late husband did not pay the money he owed me before his demise.
Wait, Saruti, are you saying you have sold that land?
Why are you the one that is asking me all these questions? Why? Is you a Yes. Okay, let me just answer you. Even when I'm not supposed to be answering questions from you. Yes, I collected that land from her and I have sold it.
What? You have sold the land? This is sheer wickedness. After she begged you repeatedly that was her only source of taking care of her family, you still went ahead to sell the land.
You know, when people like you talk, really you will see why you will remain in poverty. Somebody is begging you and you are listening. Is there a way begging can ever translate to money? It's not possible. Listen, let me tell us. What I did that is actually good for our kingdom. It is a perfect business for us because the business I am bringing is going to create a lot of job opportunities.
You said?
In this kingdom.
Job opportunities?
Yes.
Can you please explain what you mean?
You see, break and break. Now you're talking. I gave her that land to an assembly, an automobile company. They are coming here to establish an assembly plant. Now I want you to ponder. Do you know how many employment opportunities that they are going to provide for our young ones?
I knew it. I said it. I said it that Saruti, he has the interest of our people at heart. Now I have been vindicated. You see it? Yeah, this answer has vindicated what I said.
Well, it's not good. Not good for you, confirm.
Thank you, Saruti.
Well, Sir Uti, Inasmuch as I am in total disagreement with your actions, as regards the pattern with which you recover your debt from our people that are owing you, I must say that I am overwhelmed with joy by the fact that you are always considerate about this kingdom when it comes to development.
One cow for you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Onyeze. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Please, can you explain?
He has already explained this to Ishonyima. What are you still asking?
Well, Ichoyima. Sir Uti has done well.
Done well?
Yes, if you ask me, I would tell you that he has been very, very benevolent in all his approaching. And as a people, we should be happy that we have a son in the caliber of Sir Uti, who is always bringing development to our people.
Onyeze is talking like Onyeze indeed.
Onyeze, our Royal Majesty, with due respect, I disagree with this completely.
Good.
Because our people are suffering because of the actions of this man. We cannot be here commending him. I don't agree with that.
Because...
Hey, Choya, but let me help you. Now listen, I want to tell you this. In this life that we're living, it is very difficult for people to sing praises of you.
Yes.
No matter how good you are. That is just the nature of man. I don't think we should be blaming and tainting the image of an innocent like Sir Uti for the inability of people who cannot keep to their own agreements.
Wise king who understands wise actions. You live long, my king.
Oh, yes, one good for you and one cow for you.
Live long.
Can you imagine the nonsense?
I just don't believe
that man is too arrogant. How can he talk about me and my family like that? Because he has some money to throw about. That now gives him the right to talk to people anyhow. What nonsense?
You are calling us people. Are we people? We are the pillars of Omilabo. And that man spoke to us like that.
Can you imagine?
With due respect in the chair, we shouldn't be talking about ourselves here.
And the king was
the head of Omilabo kingdom
was relaxing. Can you imagine?
We are not ordinary men. We are titled men, members of the king's cabinet, and we deserve some respect.
Exactly.
And if that man refuses to give us that respect, we will force him to it.
Bam.
That is how it should be.
Exactly.
In that case, I am suggesting we reschedule a meeting where we can analyze all angles to this matter and profile a way forward. We cannot stand here and make any decision or reach any decision.
And why is that?
That man we all know has received 7 chieftaincy titles from 7 prominent kings. He's an authority in his own right. If we must take any decision against such a man, we must respect those titles and do it properly.
Ichi, I think you are right. We will sit down, we will know how to deal with that man.
The sun is much. Are you coming with me?
Oh yes, sir. I must have to tell you that I'm not happy with your pattern. How can you summon me before this man for interrogation? As what?
That is because it is a necessity and a protocol that must be followed.
What protocol? To be insulted before these fools? Those village politicians?
Sir Uti,
that's what you call protocol?
You just have to be very careful with your choice of words. Those elders in council might appear fools to you, but I want you to know that they are members of my cabinet. I will advise that you guard your tongue jealously when referring to them.
Oh yes, I refuse to toe that line with you. What are you saying? I cannot accord them any respect. I've told you before, suspend all those men. Suspend them from being cabinet members. I'm going to find you men that you can replace. Men that can sit with you as cabinet members I mean men of timber and caliber.
Sir Uti, we have talked about this before, over and over again. Now listen, there are certain areas you dare not dabble into.
Which areas?
That I am playing politics with you is not enough for you to begin to play the gods.
Hey.
I want you to know that.
Hey. I hate it so much when people smuggle in the gods into everything. This is pure politics. Nothing concerning the gods here. You single-handedly appointed those men as cabinet members. The appointment has got nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the gods. So why are you bringing in the gods?
Sir Uti, you know what? You are gradually paddling into the troubled sea of the politics of Omelabo. If I were you, I would be reversing
No.
so that...
I am not going to reverse because you know exactly what I am saying. Why are you defending the so-called gods? Where are the gods that men who don't have anything have reason to become lawmakers of a kingdom? Men who are already crippled, physically, spiritually, and otherwise. Wherever kingdom where such men rule, I'm telling you that kingdom is already crippled. Is that what you want? To be king over a crippled kingdom?
Sir Uti, men who are men know when to stop. Be a man.
I am a man. But you are the one who has refused to be a king. And I'm not happy. Onyeze, a day is coming when you will realize that I am telling you the truth. And when that day comes, just note it somewhere that I am just one phone call. I am you incompetent idiot parading himself as a manager. I want to understand, what is the meaning of that useless report you sent to my email? What? That the contract has been given to someone else? What does that mean? A contract that was signed, sealed, and delivered to me. You sat back there, parading yourself as my manager, and the contract goes to someone else. And you have the temerity to send a report to say that? I don't understand this. So why am I retaining you as my employees, all of you that are working in that office? If you cannot, as little as retain a contract, as little as retain clients, why am I paying all of you? You know what I'm advising you to do? Because you are very incompetent, you are going to resign.
OBDK has incurred my wrongs, and he would definitely have a taste of it.
Please, will both of you show some respect to your father? No one throws any punch in my palace.
You think you're the only one who has a gun? But you know it's okay when we're like, even with the neighbor guy, is that what you want? If you do anything stupid, I swear to God, I will shoot the living daylight out of you.
Hey, what? See the Ganika. Come on.
So we are here today that you, the king's immediate family, will choose a date for his funeral rites.
I propose that my father be laid to rest in 3 days.
The king, my husband, gave an instruction not to be buried in that manner.
You discuss about my father's funeral as if you're talking about a commoner or a chicken. My father will be buried in 3 weeks.
My ancestors have not called me yet, but whenever they do, I want to be put straight to the ground.
So because my son opposed you concerning the burial, you and your evil wife connived and kidnapped my son.
You have to be very careful with me whenever you around me, because if you don't get careful,
Okay, man, what again, man?
talk walk in.
Just making noise.
Ma talk walk in.
3 days, my father will be buried.
It's obvious that our once existing peaceful royal home is about to be turned into ashes.
If you expect me to go and beg that boy, who obviously has lost his mind, to come back to his senses and respect his late father's wish, then you're wasting your time.
You see, there is no peace for the wicked, and your husband is wicked.
I will not accept any excuses from anyone.
My late father is angry with me and my entire household. He has been flogging us, chasing us around town.
My father has been appearing and he has been flogging me. He wants to flog me to death.
There will be no king until the demise of OBD King and OKZ.
You are going to resign. You are still talking. You know what? You are fired. I want you to get out of my office and get out of my life. Nonsense.
Sir, sorry, you need to take this call. It's Ozo, and he sounded urgent.
Yes, Ozo, what is it? I hope you have something to tell me. To make my money brighter. That's after that fool has already ruined it. What? And you are calling me to tell me that? How dare you? No, are you not supposed to be kneeling down begging? You are disturbing my phone for something I pay you to handle, you cannot handle? Do you know what? You are equally fired. Get out of my phone and get out of my office. Because if as you come to that office and you are still there, trust me, you are dead. What is wrong with all these people? What is wrong with all of them? If I am to be doing all the jobs, why am I paying them, retaining them, paying them the kind of money I pay every month? I want to be left alone.
Okay, sir.
Why are they all betraying themselves? Not me. Hilary Mbwajiaka, what your father was unable to do is what you are doing now. How dare you? What makes you feel you can take any business from me in this land where I rule as the Lord? You have called for war, and you will fight with your blood.
Yeah. Come on now. You've got to believe that I did not forget. I'll be there. I promise you. Give you my word, right?
Can't you make it a little earlier before the D-Day? I really miss you.
Come on now. You know I miss you. I miss you so much. It's just that I have a lot of things that I have to handle here. But not to worry. Before you know it, I'll be with you again.
Make sure to do just that. You owe me too many dates already.
I'll be there, darling. Come on now. You should know me. My reputation precedes me. You know that I'll be there. I do not promise and fail.
You are exactly that. So make sure to be back before the D-Day, okay?
My darling, I'll be there. Okay, let me run. I have a few things to supervise at the site. As soon as I get back home later in the evening, I'm going to day. Okay?
Alright, babe. Bye.
It is amazing how you have managed to transform this place into such an edifice. I still remember these premises where there was a thatched house with just one door and one window. There was no fence at all that people were actually seeing through. For you to have finally managed to put up this kind of edifice here means you are doing so well, and I say kudos to you. Kudos, boy.
Please get to the point. A man who runs your kind of schedule does not show up at his fellow man's place just to analyze his house. Get to the point. Why you
Mr. Hilary Mbojeka, don't be uncomfortable, for I have come in peace.
Mr. Okeke, I am not uncomfortable. I'm just saying that you get to the point. Because you're clearly wasting my time. I'm a very busy man.
Hey, point of correction. It is not Mr. Okeke. It is Sir Uti Okeke. I am a chief, a titled man in this kingdom. I am an authority in tradition and in orthodox. And you must have to address me as that.
Mr. Uti Okeke, if you think that because everyone in this community gets scared at the mention of your name, that I will be scared of you, you lie. You'll be very wrong. Please, if you have nothing important to talk to me about, I suggest you get the hell out of my compound. You're wasting my time.
Very careful, Hilary Mbojeka, of the kind of things you say before your utterances will land you in further troubles. Don't.
This man, what are you doing?
I should be asking you that. What the hell are you doing here? Why must you abandon the city where you were doing your business to come back here to establish in this kingdom where I rule? Are you out of your mind? For what exactly? For you to start competing with me in this land? Do you have an idea how many clients I have lost in the last 1 year, all because of you? Do you have an idea?
Well, it is not my fault that instead of honesty and due diligence, you choose to juggle with the finances of your clients. Mr. Okeke, you should know at your age that you cannot eat your cake and still have it.
Listen, I want to give you just one advice. For your own good, leave this town. Go back to the city where you were doing your business and remain there. Focus there, because that is the only place where you can thrive. Do not think that you can compete with me in this land. Don't ever think that. I gave this same advice to your late father and he listened to me. Look at how everything has turned out good for everybody. And I'm giving you the same advice. Get the hell out of this land. Hilary Mbojeka, do not, in your widest imagination, think that you can domesticate an animal that is going to swallow whatever thing you think you are and whatever thing you think you have. Don't.
And who is that animal? You?
Excuse me?
You are very well excused to get the hell out of my compound. Listen to me. I am a son of this land, a son of the soil, and I have every right to practice my business, wherever it is that I choose to practice. Do you hear me? If you feel that you are very good at what you do, then cope with the competition. Yes, that is how people, hardworking people, grow in business.
Am I the one you are talking to?
I am talking to the one who does not know when to stop. Let this be the last time you show up here to pull this kind of stunt. You're a builder, and I'm also a builder, and significantly, those who build can also destroy. Do you hear me? No man, not even one man, holds the monopoly of destruction. Don't let me destroy you. Get out of this place right now.
For a long time, we've been acting so blind, and everything falling apart. We are living in fear for a long time. For it's high time we stand and face a problem. We need to rise up. Someone needs to stand up.
I saw this coming. I warned you. This is exactly the situation I have been trying to avoid. Now look at it.
I don't know why you're perturbed. I have this under control. You know me. You know that once I am on the side of honor, I don't look back. You know me.
Perhaps you don't understand what I'm talking about. The mere fact that that man walked into this house himself. Wow. It speaks volumes, I must say.
It speaks of nothing. Okay, Chuku? His presence here speaks of nothing. I gave him a dose of his own kind of medicine. doesn't think he is. I have never seen a man so proud and arrogant. So proud and who is okay to tell me Hilary, the son of Umbajaka, to dip Balabo for him? Who doesn't think he is? That man wants trouble. He wants to fight, and I will give him a very, very good fight.
Are you aware he doesn't like to be addressed by that name?
By what name? Okeke. Well, that is what he is. His name is Mr. Okeke, an ordinary builder that has not won an award.
Come on, Hilary. That's an uncouth remark. But come to think of it, that man has become a nightmare. He has bitten more than he can chew. He has become something else. He literally has everyone in this village in his pocket. And maybe he thinks he can also pocket you.
Exactly. He thinks that I'm as naive as my father. But this time, he's up against a different kind of foe. Okay, Chuhu? I am going to break that man. He doesn't know what's coming.
Hilary. Son of American Bajaka. Brilliant. Now I'm convinced. I can see that you have now become his latest nightmare.
I
Chief, my baby Chief. Oh my God, I really...
What are you doing here? Did I call you?
Chief, you don't need to call me before I come visiting.
No. Who told you that? That you can just barge in on me anytime and anyhow you like? That's not how things go around here.
I just wanted to surprise you, that's all.
No, I hate surprises. I don't want anybody to surprise me. I want things to happen according to my plan. You should have talked to your friend Tricia and should have told you how things function around here. People don't just barge in on me to surprise me. Nobody must take me unawares. It must be according to my plan. It must be according to my procedure. Not anybody's else.
I'm sorry, Chief. You know, I thought it's been long we last saw each other, so I decided to check on you. But since it's not okay by you, let me just go. Maybe when you're in a better mood.
And who asked you to leave? Beautiful Chelsea. Are you actually leaving for it? Come on. I know. It is so obvious you came here for something which I have not allowed you to explore, to present it in a way that I should understand the actual reason you are here. Forget about my outburst. I just needed to make a statement. And now that the statement has been made, I want us to go inside for you to actually tell me why you are here, because I am interested in knowing why.
I thought you'll never ask. Now let's go in while I give you a gentle massage.
I need it.
Let's go.
I need it. Yeah, I like it. You know my bedroom number 4?
I know that.
That is where you should be going. Room number 4.
Okay.
Room number 4.
Oh, we've been told to shut the mouth for a long time. We've been acting so blind and everything falling apart. We are living in fear for a long time. Oh, it's high time we stand and face a problem. We need to rise up. Someone needs to stand up and say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. We need to rise.
Hello, Tobias.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
What are you talking about? Slow down. What?
Sir, you need to come to Amago site immediately
some men stormed here and they halted the work progress.
Okay. It's fine. I'll be there right away.
Okay, sir.
To shut them out for a long time. We've been acting so blind and everything falling apart. We are living in fear for a long time. For it's high time we stand and face a problem. We need to rise up. Someone needs to stand up.
You shouldn't be doubting me in things like this. I'm a professional. When I say it's done, it's done.
I am your nightmare. And if you're not careful, I'll show you some skills.
Very soon, I am going to force them to use the unmade road to hell.
Then you are going to hell with me because I need a servant there. Nobody triances my capability and remain the same.
Business on tableau noir aujourd'hui pourquoi. Semistus to say my frequency is on a high tension wire.
I dig no grave, for I am a grave already. A bottomless grave that have swallowed the high and the mighty.
You'd only wake up when I'm long gone. Where do I find this badass drug dealer?
It is not the gun that makes the mafia he is. It is his brain. And I want you guys to use your brain.
He's my world and my life, and I can kill for him.
Now you are beginning to reason with me. We're not on the same frequency.
Double hit. Just keep looking at your enemy.
I know the code. I practiced the code. I know the importance of the code.
Then I expect you to apply the code and solve your problem.
Are you aware that I can send your generation and he's on exile and you will never return? I am the main Ezego.
We are no longer in the same place. You are alive, and I am dead.
I cannot leave this town for anyone. I'd rather make it unbearable for everyone. Recruit boys for me. Boys who are heartless. Dangerous boys with deadly soul. If I do not get that money, I will blow your brains up.
Ezego, you are the only king who has monopoly of instruments of violence.
As you reign as king, maintain the values of Asiatic kingdom.
That is the only way you can survive.
But the wise men fight with